Welcome back to Timberborn and our Fortitude playthrough, also known as Beaver Book 3. So last time I started to fill up this reservoir with our, the big mechanical pump, and obviously I had to stop it when we were we were on a bad tide at the moment, or on a drought or things like that. That it's going to have to be manually sorted at this precise moment. But obviously, eventually, we're gonna need the dirt excavator running. So it's getting there. We're about. I'm just looking at here. We've got 6 in there. We're almost finished. If you like, for the first dirt excavator, and which is great. So it's going to be time to. We could potentially increase the size of this, but obviously I was using it to start to think about getting more things and stuff going. Now, like I said before, is I've got enough bit of tunnels, but the only way to run this here, as you can see, is to be able to get this out this way. Now, I did last time come up with an idea to be able to run things like the bad water this way, so we keep away from that. This always runs bad water, if I remember rightly, but this here does not. It runs good water. We've got obviously these here, so we need to think about. I don't know whether these have run actually. I don't think these run because of this. So if we could take these away, this would then run. Well, it would double the amount that was coming out potentially. But anyway, I'm going to do something with this. I could either cap this, which may be the right way of doing it, because the iron teeth. I've not done this, so this is new as well. This is this engine. I always thought, like I said, efficient mine they got here, which is obviously really expensive, but I'm trying to think. I think it covers. Does it come under water? Yes, here we go. Bad water discharge. As soon as the bad water can be opened or closed, I will. So what we could do is we could, whilst that's over there, it's quite expensive, and it's, jeez, it's very high in metal. Oh, why does it need 50 explosives? That's a bit weird. And 300 in gears. We could seal that. That would save me having to go down that way. We're going to get the bad water still through there, but that's not bad. This here would be fine then. Where's this bad water coming from? This one's coming from here, so we'd still have to block off potentially this, because if I seal this, this water's going to want to come round, and then we potentially could have a waterfall. As I was flooding this, we could have a waterfall with the water in here from the fluid dump. Yeah, potential. I can flatten this, and in that way I've got massive amounts of food area to be able to be used. It's not actually rolling. It's because it's rolling around here. It's doing it. So I think that might be a definitely an idea to do. I'm going to need more power. I'm going to need more of everything, to be quite frank. But that's just the way it goes. Water is what it is. The idea of this, obviously, this was to get water out here when there's a drought, and not have to worry about taking it out of this situation. I've never liked the levee. I don't like seeing levees, but at that time I don't have any dirt, so I couldn't do anything else, and that's the way it goes. I've got also the bad waters here. I keep looking and thinking, where's the logs up there when they were thinking? Because I'm playing the experimental version, some of this UI has changed. This goes up here and this and other things. So sometimes I get like, so forgive me for that. You just have to lump it until I get going, until I get my brain going again, and oh right, yeah, that's different. How are we doing? We still got the same problem. In fact, actually, because I've got no, I have got power. I'm not running anything. We also said the centrifuge. I thought I could have the centrifuge over here, but it doesn't allow me to. It doesn't allow me to put anything over there. Well, it didn't before. I'm dead sure it didn't before. I wonder if they fixed this bug then. You know, oh no, because it wouldn't work like that, would it? Yes, it would. I reckon it didn't allow that to do before. Fortunately, in this one, I've got ladders back. Oh, I do miss ladders in the experimental. But I'm just thinking there. I maybe can do this. What I'm trying to do then. It's worth a shot. It certainly is worth a shot. What I'm going to try and do. The reason why is I wanted the centrifuge of this center here. So I'd have the. It comes under the water. For some reason. There, as you can see, this way. But obviously it's going to be further up. And then I power it underneath. Which I'm assuming works. It makes sense that it should be able to power it underneath in the center, but you never know how the developers have done it. Let's go a bit first, faster. Yeah, so, and obviously at the moment, because this is draining out, we're getting a massive amount of power surge as well. So I don't remember that being blue. I never know about these things, and you go, huh, have they changed that in this thing? Because they have done a few little updates here and there. Yeah, that wasn't red. I'm dead sure that wasn't red. Well, anyway, let's not worry about that. Let's not. I've got this obviously area here. I did start with a situation because I had, well, I did have quite a few logs, and now I don't have quite a few logs. Building this up because I think the way that the irrigation barriers work is it'll work. It won't work on the same level as the water. As you can see here, it's still not working. But if I put the barriers this height in the second height and then do this downwards, it theoretically should work. I do say theoretically, like. We've got a little bit of water in there, that's good. I don't think I've got to worry about water anymore. I did cut this out in the last video as well, so now it's sort of, well, as open as I want it. I know I could blast and get a real nice massive reservoir, but I wasn't really doing it for that. I was trying to get this high, so I had water. It's not the ideal way to do it either, because really you want that above whatever you're trying to sow, you know what I mean? But we are doing what we're doing, and that's the way it goes. I still don't like the idea of this bad water here, because it is making my this here a flipping nightmare. So that's why I'm running out of logs. I've obviously got the logs here, but it's not great. Now I'm obviously doing this as well to blast this down, so I don't have to worry about these ever again when I get the thing. it will open up this channel when it's ready. We get a bit better flow as well, so that's nice. I'm now going to get our water going. Because we're getting the water coming back. This is at 85. I'm not going to bother doing any more than this. I'm going to put this on things I want. I've got 35 explosives, but they're not really doing that. I don't know why they're not doing that, actually. Because it is there. Or is it because there's no path? Maybe it's because there's no path to them. Some things can be a bit weird in this game. Oh, it's too far. Well, I can solve that one in a minute. Start building this thing here. Let that get that going. The water should be relatively coming out soon. Oh, and I can yeah, I think I'll look into this, but I'll have to look into it. You'll have to start building this. We'll have to get more gears for a start. So I'm going to have to get more, definitely build more gears here. I don't think I've got anything on this, no. I've got a downward spike. I've got to keep this. The trouble is it's getting used to the mechanics of that, because it goes up and down like a yo-yo, and you've got to be really careful. So I'm getting this back now, you see. I'll do about 180. Like I said, it's not relatively ideal, but it is going to help the situation here somewhat, and that will get absolutely pushed in. I'm tend to thinking that no, I see I haven't got enough beavers. That's the problem. Food is gone up, but beavers have gone down, so that's the reason why. I've still got the berries. The berries. It's going to be such a drought. I think the iron teeth food situation, especially on this map, is a lot more difficult than other maps. Like I said, I think I'm going to tear this down and I'm going to put it all in here. So they're going to suck that, and that's going to pump the water up to here, and then eventually I'll have some sort of a waterfall. So this can actually keep flowing and come down here. It should be quite nice. Somebody can do it. I don't know when we're going to get a thing. Like I said, I need to produce a lot more gears. So we'll put another gears one in there. We don't have to worry about power. I mean, well, we do, I suppose, but it is what it is. Obviously, there's no reason why I couldn't. Well, I can get the small one, but the small one's pansy-pied. So I'd like to sort of maybe get that going, which I think it would run. And then maybe get that tied in. So it gives me a lot more power. Now I know there's gravity batteries and things like that that we could use on this section here. But at the moment, they're quite an expensive thing to have. I could also still haven't got this in. Why is that an empty? Why is that an empty? I don't know. Also the other problem is with the I find with the iron teeth is like I said, they've got these tubes, a tube way like that and that sort of thing, and then they've got the subway station. There's a lot of things that are great with it. I mean, going through bad water is not a problem, which obviously you couldn't have with the zip lines. But the problem is the zip line will go over stuff where they have to, you know, this has to, for example, carry on like that, which is not what you really want. But I suppose that's how it works. That's the crux of the matter. Now, we have still got a little bit of scrap metal here. Not much, just, you know, there's still a, you know, we're still making stuff. Sorry about if that was a bit fast on it. But if I'm going to get this idea done, this here, I'm going to need a lot of gears and a lot of everything. And I'm going to need a lot of logs. So that's another bone of contention. Drought approaching. Another blooming drought. Droughts are not as bad. I think the bad water still... This still goes even with a drought, I think. I can't remember. The problem with this is we'd need to actually be close. Fortunately, we got the ladder, so that's not a problem. It would have to be done in several sections of done really. I really need to get down and get some of this log situation. When I get the dirt excavator going, which is what I'm gonna put some dirt on top of that, so I know then it won't go over. Then we can walk up. I think we'll be able to. No, I might not be able to. This sluices might need to be built. Because like I said, I want to put the sluice in to stop it from going, the bad water going from this way. It needs to go this way, which will then prevent this being done. I'm not saying it's not going to go backwards, which I think it could do, but it would take a hell of a lot longer. I mean, obviously there's this pin in the bottom as well. Which is another thing. It might want to be capped get it out of the way, and in that way this won't be done as well. So there's another expensive capping. But there's a lot to do in this one. We're almost 13 hours in, which seems a hell of a long time, but don't forget, it's amazing what you think you achieve in that time, and you go. It depends on the map. The map is the thing that obviously dictates every single thing that we do. I'd still like to get. Well, I suppose I could do terrain if I could get it up there. It would be a lot cheaper. How is that? How is that flooded? That's flooded. Please, 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 sir, will you do this? Why are you not building any gears whatsoever? What the hell is going to gears? That's what I want to know. What is going to gears? $84 and metal. At least this is full. Yeah, so I've got to turn that off because I've got to get the water, got to get that done in here. I mean, think about it. If I can make this run, I won't need all this water pumping anyway because I'm using the mechanical to just fill up the reservoir. Although I suppose I'll still need these to take the water out, but still, it's something better than nothing. I still don't feel as if I'm I don't feel as if I'm getting this water situation under control. But as if I cannot get enough water in the system. I've got these. That's not working. Might be slightly closer and not have to do that. But they are absolutely chucking out my water here. It's not been an easy playthrough by no means, but it's been an interesting one that you tend to learn a lot more mechanics. Planks. It's the planks that's the problem. What else are we building that's using planks is the question that I want to know. It isn't connected. What do you mean it's not connected? Oh, it's not, is it? It's not because of the way I have this. I'm going to pause this because I don't want to be using up all my planks. Get me planks going for, which will then make me gears. I still need 16. Get on with it. You baby asses. I tell you what I'll do. Wait a minute. Treated planks has got enough. Let's pause on the treated planks. How much metal do I need left? Got 34 metal. You're filling that blocks up. Oh, because I paused it. Ugh. I can't see the wood for the trees. No wonder I couldn't work out what the hell was going on. So that'll fill up. That's fine. The gears will be 21. It's will be about done then. Never mind. Shh, don't tell everybody. Briggs is losing the plot. Not that he always had the plot to start with. But, right, we'll film this in here because we have to do it. It will come up here, I think, and which will then fill that in, and I'll slowly fill this top in, and then we'll be on the bull. I think this stops. This is what this might be. It works out what limit, I think. I don't really know, to be honest. I'm not overly confident how this works. Aha, looks as if things are turning up, although the food situation has gone back down again. What do I do for a drought? Oh, I pause these. That's what I do. And I set that to 100. Did this actually? Yes, it did, but I don't want to blow it now. Unless this is dead. We've got 9 days left, and we've only got 16 days. Right, now I've stabilized that somewhat. I mean, it would be possible to blow this down. The advantage of that is then you would actually get more water to hold. You could also blast this away as well, and then you've got more of a reservoir to hold that with the water. But the problem is this is actually sort of the food that I'm holding as well. So, you know, I should really pause these actually because they're not doing anything, and that gets me more beavers back. This is paused as well because if they're not eating the berries and we're not using the berries, there's no point actually doing that sort of thing. Unfortunately now, this cannot run because I've just built the flipping thing and I can't get the power in. Water. In a bun. Well, that's there just to be frustrating. I'm wondering now, because we've got... I know I can't get the damn thing to run, so I can't really do anything. I could do levies, but I don't want to do levies because I don't want to use logs. Actually, this would be the time... to start thinking about coming over here. Now obviously this is where the bad water is. No, I'll do it this way so I don't have to build an extra one. I can do that. That will walk into there. That means I can get this. Where are we? Where are we? There we are. Yeah, we can get down now. I'm not too worried about that, but I'm damn sure I'd like the logs in here, that's for certain. Let's cut that. And put that up full. Well, that's quite strange. How could they get around that? Oh, they could walk on that. Well, I didn't know you could walk on that at all. You can walk on it, but you can't do a path on it. That's okay. Not a problem. They can go around this. I'm just trying to think how I want this to plan out. I was in mid-thought with myself there. I still can't work it out how I really want this to be working, but cut this tree. I'll always have them. Do I get a lot here? I suppose it might be enough to venture over there and not worry. Well, let's do it anyway, because we might have to go. That's them two. That's that. That's that. And that there. If I do a ladder down there, I'll be able to get this view as well. I think that might be enough. And that... Ew. Oh, it will do that. Put the tree. Put this tree. This one. There's probably about 50 to 100. Well, it could, yeah, about 80 there maybe. Something like that. I'm not really counting it, so don't quote me on that. But that's now going to be cut in. That's not cut in. It needs to be full. This needs to be full for obvious reasons. At least that way I'll get more logs. It's the log situation that I'm trying to solve. I'm glad about I don't need to worry about that anymore. Oops. I have got obviously some inventors there, you know. Now I am going to have to get to here, but getting there is going to be a bit of a trauma. Yeah, I can't think of any other way that the storage situation by getting these. There is nothing else. So I've got the deep water, obviously the centrifuge is there. But the discharging thing was just massively expensive. Because obviously that, like I said, that would go on there. It would also go on there. Which then we could... I'm still unsure what I could do with that. I mean, it would be nice to blast a tunnel through there and send some water coming in. But that's just the way this goes. Yeah, that's just residual water. So there's nothing that we can do. And this is a problem, you see, because I have no trees that I can plant. I don't think it's too dry. I think. $16 days left. Obviously, you could blast down this, and the closer that is to that, it would irrigate that as well. Like I said, it's not the easiest map to get around here. I mean, I've got obviously a lot of stuff going, but I can't really do much now. I've got no. Well, I mean, that's not true. I mean, obviously, with this, I could get this going. And if I exclusively put this on full and try to turn some of this off, I don't think I've got enough beavers to actually turn it off to be able to. I suppose I could not build anything. The inventors are stopped anywhere. Let's just turn that off. Now this would go. Or at least turn it on. But now it'll, once I pause this lot, these will obviously carry on again. Yeah. 500 in resin. I don't think I need any form of resin whatsoever. Right, let's just at this precise moment. Now they will put this down. Let's do a bit of a chop. Put trees. Let's do a three-way of this and just keep the back. And then we'll cut this down. And then I'll replant them and then uncut them. If you select them. Because there's so much here and I've got over 500 in resin. They can't blast through that fast before it gets get it again, sort of thing. So that's good. Come on. Let's put this on full. Because it needs to be on full. I should have had that on full. Apologies there. This playthrough is going to be a bit of a whiz because I can't really do a lot. It's a bit annoying, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. A semi-food situation has stabilised. Can I? I don't know, but I'm going to try it. I can't see it yet. Obviously, you can't do that, but. Levy. Then I'm going to try. I'm going to get rid of all this lot because it's not doing anything. I think, like I said, this has to be at the top. This will come into landscaping, and this will come into there. Oh, it can't be on the top then. Oh well, that's a bit of a pain. I can do that now. Well, I think I can do that now. I didn't really realise that. I'm not too sure whether I'll say, oh, we can't build that. I'll have to build these and then build that. But this is more important because then it gets to a next level. I can't obviously do anything. This is a blooming nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. I've got 70. I'm going to turn off this, and this. Leaving this set here. I've got to be careful because we'll just carry on and carry on and carry on and carry on until we just can't, and then I'm going to have to turn it off and then they're going to absolutely plummet. It's getting this problem solved. There's not that much water left in there, I must admit. But there should be enough. I don't like that idea. Like I said, I'm a bit unsure as to how I'm going to tackle what I'm trying to do. I certainly need a massive more power. Once I can get this irrigation system done, it will be a little bit easier to, because I think this will turn it automatically self off. It goes to a level, you see, so this is the top level. And because this is but lower, that's why it was feeding that water into there, because it was lower. We're almost... I'm almost out of water. I'm sucking so much water out of this. It's fine, because I don't really need it anyway. This is the one that I have to be careful of. This is the one I have to keep an eye on. So what I'll do is I'll just let it suck all that out. Once it's empty, then I'll turn all them off. And what I'll do is I might turn a couple of these on just to get enough water in there. 10 days. Ooh, this is going to be absolutely dodgy as hell. Because I think this is going to be starting panicking time. Because I don't think I've got enough water. Well, if I can get to 5 days, I get to 5 days with... I won't get to 5 days with that. I might get another day or so, and that's 9. If I can get to something like, yeah, 1500, I don't think that's... I don't particularly want to pump this at all. If I pump it, I'm going to lose... I won't lose the trees. But this is the problem. I do have the berries. Which might be the saving grace here, thinking about it. I'm trying desperately to keep the amount of... Right, that will be there. This can get ripped up. Get up, get up, get up. Don't want you lot to keep coming into there. Right, that's fine. This is berries. I know I hate berries. I detest berries like a passion. But they may be my saving bacon at this precise moment. Because, as you can see, the food is going down. I cannot produce enough food for these hungry little buggers. Stop eating, you little hungry little buggers. Remember, they need 3 food a day to be able to, and I just cannot get enough. But I can increase on the berries to compensate the food because we've got a lot of berries in. I'm going to empty all this and I'm going to dump this in here. Is that gone? Flipping roll on. Is that full? That's almost full. Right. We'll turn this back on. We'll turn this back on. The reason why is because obviously they can pick all this, and then they can walk in here a lot faster than they have to walk back and forth, and that way I can get them a lot more. This is now being pulled, so we'll turn this off. Give me another couple of beavers back. There we go. So I'm out of go-go juice here. So I've got 8 days and 2,000 left. Right. And obviously I've turned off all that. I'm going to get them to put this into this, where the food is here. I'm keeping an eye on it, but I just can't pull enough food. I just cannot get enough food. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get another... How much of that does it give me? There, that's fine. We'll get this going. We do cannoli. Obviously, when I turn on the water again, this will have to be turned off, but it should allow me to get something. Because this is all could be pulled, and it could all be regrown, but I can't get it. I don't have enough beavers to get the flipping thing up. I do seem to be here. That's fine, but not in the other one. We got 7 days left, and I've got 2,000 in water. I think we'll be okay. Apart from this, like I said, this is the Achilles heel. But I need to keep this running, as otherwise I'm going to lose all of that, and then I have to wait. Although I do have this, I suppose. So it may pay to lose that. I think I'm going to lose it. I do not want to take any more water off this. It'll be, I mean, obviously I've got all this here. I've got the water here. I just can't get it up to full, full of anything. This is going to run dry, and this is all going to die. These won't. And this won't, because it takes far too long. This will die as well. The berries will die here. That's why I think let's get the picking berries as fast as we can. I could probably... I flip in here, berries. The reason why I'm doing that is we've got so many berries here that can be pulled. And again, it's food. So I keep a bit of food because I'll need to keep enough. I'll need to have enough for this. We're almost out. We've got 5 days left. That's not too bad. I'm still 2,000 in the old kitty here. This will get built. This will get built. Then we'll be able to pull all this. I'll also turn this on to make sure that this these berries can be harvested as well. I don't think I'm going to run out of food, even though the 3 days, because don't forget, I've got this section here of things that I can actually have as well. I'm just going to need to turn off these two when the water comes back, so I won't have enough. I won't have enough berries. I'll keep these going. What isn't too bad? Yeah, you can just see the water now. 4 days, I think. I mean, like I said, it might actually be worth blasting this down. But I haven't got anything, so I would only have to do it one by one. And the reason why is then this then would be a deeper trench, which would be more. Yeah, there we go. All gone. We have got 1 day. I think, yeah, we're going to lose them. We're not going to lose these, though. Yes, we are. Oh, trash. So I've lost both now. I've only got these left. They will pull them, though. So... Oh, hell's fire. Yeah, but I've got a ton of berries, though, so... Now, berries are quite hardy. They take 9 days, and this is only 3 days left. I was just worried about me water. If I don't have the drinking water, then I've got 2 problems. I've run out of water for the drinking, water for the harvest. I know I've got this here. It's really annoying that this ended up being finished and not being able to use, which I couldn't start getting something here. And I've got the water there, but I can't really use it. We are doing pretty well on the old thing, though. Got trees, that's fine. That can go. Don't have any more of them trees to be cutting. That down. He's perfectly fine. He can do these. Gone. That's that gone. Obviously, we could get over there as well and cut an enormous amount of them. It's not enormous, but I'm saying more than what. Look at the inventors. The inventors are absolutely trashing this now. This is not ideal. This will all be died because unless it gets to 100%, this won't grow. So it's absolutely pointless. But as you can see here, I've got quite a lot of berries. added another 300. Unfortunately, I can't. I couldn't fill these two up with the berries that I had. But that's the way it goes. Unless I want to do that. And then I would be able to get these. Because they'd be able to get up there. Yeah, you see. By this, they can get up there. So about this is just the way the cookie crumbles on this video. I can't do things that I can't do. I tell you what though, if I can't run this, I will get this power chute going. This is what I wanted in the first place. The trouble is I don't think I can go over there. I think that was the problem. Let's just see what the problem was. Now I've just got rid of that. Yeah, you see, that's the problem. That's the problem at all. It's this shaft. It's not that shaft, it's this shaft. Oh, I've just been shafted. I'll put this back again. It's this that I can't get over. Not. I was thinking why the hell wasn't that working, but now I know why. Because that wasn't the problem. We were actually going to put it on here, and I was going to redesign this anyway because this is stupid. So I'm going to redesign this while I'm waiting because I can't do anything anyway. So we're going to get rid of all this. We're going to get rid of this, 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 this. We're now going to... I can't put... Well, I can this way, but I might as well put it that way. We want another one here, so I'll do that. And then I'm going to get, obviously, another one over the top. Well, I'm only going to get this, I think. And this will be able to be used. I've got some treated planks there. But I've got enough treated planks going. That's so frustrating. 1 day and 50... Look at that. We're almost at the end of the video, and I've not been able to achieve a vast amount in this one. No food left. Still cannolis in, and still enough berries, so that's good. 1,000 for almost a day, so I'm not doing too bad. Remember, these need 3 days, I think it's 3 days before they'll actually regrow again. So we've only got, well, it's all out here. There's a couple of hundred somewhere. Oh, they're in here. So I'm going to get them to go back over here because that would make sense. Ay, ay, ay. What a nightmare. 16 days, that was a long time. The problem is I can't get enough water at the moment until I get something like this going. It's the storing of water is the problem I have. And the problem is these only pump singles and not any more than a single. That's another bone. I'll tell you what, I'll do this and just start. Why is that done that? Wasn't what I wanted. I'll start doing that, and I'll get the thing going. Right, we got water going. It's going to take a while, but I'm not like in any deep hurry to thing. It's because I don't have the centrifuge, so I can't really do any more than that. There we go. And now we're getting this going. 3 days, and then we'll be okay. So 3 days from there, I think we'll be okay. I'm also going to turn these back on and start getting pumping going, and this going. And this going. What the hell? Alright, 85. I need to turn off these two. So what I'm going to do is turn this off. This off. Keep these two. So that's that done. We'll have to work 3 days before the cannoli will start to come back. We're on the berries exclusively, and that's it. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. Apologies for the lack of relative progress, but I can only do so much when the damn thing doesn't do what I want it to do. But you know. But we are now getting, this going. So I am now getting dirt going, which will obviously improve the situation to no end. And I mean, at least now in the dirt, I don't know what it was in the photos, but at least we do not need extracts. So that's another thing we don't need. But we're gonna need the centrifuge and other things like that because we've got the bad water. But I also can turn on the bad water here because once I've got enough, then I'm not gonna need more. But anyway, like I said, I hope you enjoyed that. Things are progressing. It's a slow process, but we will definitely see you in the next one. Take care. Bye for now.